what? Even in the Old Testament, you got to love your neighbors yourself. But in light of the fact that it's mentioned 9 times in the New Testament, even in the Old Testament, it seems that I'm to literally take this to be true, that I'm to love my neighbor, even my enemies. So I began searching the Scripture. Now you may have heard, there are 2 Greek words, agapao and phileo, meaning love. One is, sacrificial, self-giving love. The other is more brotherly love. But that really doesn't bear out to be a distinction that's clear between those 2 words. Because in 2 Samuel 13:15, the Septuagint's translation of the story of Amnon's rape of Tamar, it says that Amnon agapao loved Tamar. And so I don't think that loving someone in a self-sacrificing way, I don't think rape qualifies for that. In 2 Timothy 4:10, Paul writes, "For Demas, because he loved me," and again, using this word agapao, "this world has deserted and gone to Thessalonica." Again, this hardly seems like self-sacrificing love. In fact, in John's Gospel, when he talks about the Father loving the Son, he uses both words interchangeably. So, since the words, they're not the same word, there's nothing inherent about the word agape that distinguishes it as self-sacrificing or divine love. So I continue to read. "Perplexed by the command to love, which is troublesome enough, but to love my neighbor and my enemy, no matter how disgusting and distasteful they are." I probably should reword that, Because anyway, sometimes you may feel that way. So I began searching the Old Testament, and that's when I discovered the solution to the problem. In the Old Testament, the word love is used 342 times in NIV, 330 times in the ESV. By far, the most frequently 2 words most frequently translated love in the Old Testament are hesed and ahav. Now, hesed, you may have heard this. I have friends that refer to it. It really refers to the character of God as being, can be translated loyalty, faithfulness, goodness. So it refers to the character of God. God has, He loves us unconditionally. He's faithful to us. He's loyal to us. He will not break His word. All right? On the other hand, ahav refers to the love of a person. Now, I'm quoting here from a lexicon I have. Now, when you hear the people say the word, I tell my students, when you hear the word lexicon, don't be confused. It simply means dictionary of another language. Okay? So if you have a Greek lexicon, that's a dictionary of Greek words that will explain to you in English what those words mean. So of the 200, so let me quote here, of the 220 times it's used, only 3 times does it refer primarily to an emotive event. That's not to say